Hi, it's Ashley from AB Sound Advice. Today I'm doing a product review on the Wharfedale Diamond Active A1 powered speakers. Now, as you've seen, we did the product spotlight, so we've obviously heard them. And from the sound perspective, we'll start with the sound right off the bat. They definitely are a hi-fi speaker, and as you know, I categorize stereo, hi-fi, and audiophile speakers. These definitely tick the box off as a hi-fi speaker, so there's no argument there. Sound-wise, quite dominant bass, mids quite full, and the tweeters obviously, as you'd expect as a hi-fi speaker, quite detailed but not analytical. So again, an enjoyable speaker, there's no argument. Now the thing that's unusual about the Wharfedale Diamond Active A1s, they do have them, they are totally wireless, so effectively you end up with a hub, and I'll just grab the hub so you can see it. So you end up with this hub, and I'll just turn it around, you can see on the back there with your connectors, and then the two speakers wirelessly connect to the hub. Now on the speakers you'll see you've got a left, a mono, and a right, so you can select one speaker to be a left, one speaker to be a right. They have to be individually powered, so you need to have both these speakers near a power point, and then the hub has to be plugged in. So it's quite a lot of wiring. Traditionally, all your powered monitors, you have one speaker that has all the built-in technology and the amplifier, and a cable runs across to the other speaker. So the thinking behind this is, if you don't have the ability to run a cable to the additional speaker, and wireless is the only way you're going to be able to get these two speakers to connect, then the hub idea is a fantastic setup. So you end up putting the hub underneath where your TV or where your stereo setup is, and then the hub then wirelessly connects to the two speakers, as long as the two speakers have their individual power points at each end. So if you've got a left, it has to have a power point, and the right has to have a power point, and then the hub gets powered up. Then you just go on the back of these units, once you've fired it, put it into pairing mode, tap the pair button once, and it'll find it, then go over to the other speaker and tap that once, and it'll find that. Just set one to left, one to right. So from that perspective, yes, that may be okay, but I think I noticed there's been a lot of comments about these speakers. A lot of people just think, they don't realise when they get them home there is a lot of wiring. I'll be honest, when I unpacked this, I think even Wharfedale could have done a bit better there. They provided the two speakers in one box, and then you got an additional box separate to that box with all the hub, the power cabling, remote control was all separate. So really quite a messy setup when you're coming to getting it home, and if you accidentally lost that little brown box with all the other bits in it, you've effectively got two speakers that can't operate because you don't have the hub. So I guess from that perspective, it just seemed quite strange. I hadn't seen that before, and generally when you buy a product, everything's in the box together. There is no additional piece for that. So that would be the only comment I can make about that. Now the other side of it, get a remote control, you've got your quick start guide and manual, and of course some gloves. I wasn't 100% sure why the gloves would be required on this particular model, as a user like a leatherette type finish. The fronts do have the gloss, but I guess you can put the gloves on and you can very carefully polish out any fingerprints that may be in the gloss finishes. So I'm not 100% sure. You've got the two power packs, one for left, one for right, two power cables left and right. And then over this side here, you'll see the power pack that operates the hub. So all in all, as you know, I don't rate things 1 to 5 or 1 to 10. For sound quality, as I said, I feel they definitely are a hi-fi speaker. I can see the thinking behind this product, but I guess from my perspective, I think Wharfedale may well have considered packaging that all together in the one box rather than separating it the way they have. And there is a lot of cabling, there's no argument. So I would say that if you're looking for a simplistic pair of powered monitors, these would not be the ones for you. But if you're looking for a pair of monitors where you absolutely you need to have no cables to the left and right, then these will be fine. But just keep in mind, you will need to have a power point at the left and the right speaker for these to plug into, and they really want to be careful with your distances and make sure they're aligned to sight of the actual hub. That aside, it's got RCA inputs, it's got a fiber optic, and you can plug that directly from the TV straight in. RCA, you can put a 3.5 on the end of that if you wish, or you can go straight out of your stereo unit. So connectability, it's well organized. Bluetooth, of course. So all in all, great little product. As I said, sound-wise, definitely a hi-fi product. And would I own one? only if I was absolutely needed that wireless speaker side of it. For the other side of it, a lot of cables. I certainly did find that one of the more complex reviews in the sense of the setup time of wiring those all up ready to do the review. But other than that aside, they're a great speaker. And again, if you're looking for this type of product, the Wharfedale Diamond Active Ones would be a great option. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's review, and we'll see you next time on AB Sound Advice.